Time.
So we're here with TBizzle, and she's going to tell us a little bit of how she started with the comedian part of it and
Ooh,
who was the main person that got you into this.
oh wow. Let me see. Oh my goodness. I guess I have to go way back. Um, but it depends. I started out doing the comedy along with the acting probably this is 2023.
Hmm.
I'll say 2010 after my second divorce. That's it. That's
Wow.
what Yeah, as far as coming out and actually performing, for people, audiences. Um, but being funny, just all my life, just naturally funny.
Naturally funny. Well, you're naturally funny. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
You always have us laughing all the time.
I'd rather do that than crying. I was just telling somebody, which want to be frowned up all the time, or you rather be laughing. I take laughing.
Exactly. And you
Yeah,
should. It should be. Do the
yeah,
laugh. So what do
yeah,
you like the most about doing comedy shows? And because I know I met you, what, it's been 4 years?
yeah. It seemed like forever, but
I
yes,
know.
it's probably four.
Okay.
It's probably four because I met you through our buddy Alice,
Exactly.
celebrating her birthday today.
She's celebrating out there.
Yeah, yeah, she's shaking a tail feather for real. Um, I guess what the part I like about with the comedy is that sometimes we can tell you all stories and we can relate to one another.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's comedy used to be where we could share a story that's funny, but now since everybody is politically or sensitive, everything isn't funny no more. So you do better just talking about an experience and not actually saying something about someone. But I like it. I still like it. It seems like it easy, but it's a lot of work because it's hard to capture a person's attention. We are also 60 seconds. Okay, I'm gone. It don't take long for an audience, and then you have to see where you're at because you have Christian comedy, clean comedy, you got raunchy comedy, you got political comedy. I mean, you got so many genres of comedy out there that you have to be, you fall along, and so I think mine's is the slapstick comedy, like Carol Burnett,
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live. Yeah, I like skit comedy. I love that a lot.
Yeah.
The ad libbing. That's what I like. I like that.
Yeah.
Um, just you like to do a set. That's a skilled person. That's a
You've
skilled person.
also done acting though. So
Yeah.
which one
Yeah.
do you prefer?
Oh, which one do I prefer? I think I prefer the acting because with the acting, I could put my comedy in it.
Okay.
So then I'll be able to do both of them at the same time. But I like the acting because now I can say, I'm portraying a character. So don't beat me up outside, okay? This is a character I'm playing, so I can act like that character. It isn't real life, TBizzle saying, this is the character. So yeah, I like the acting better.
You like the acting better?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that better because you get to go inside and just all of a sudden turn into this person, whether it's a prostitute or a preacher, uh, a depressed character, and a lot of actors now is doing like because it's a heavy topic, suicidal characters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I just like it. I like the acting better.
Okay.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what else? what else? Tell us how you started it and what were one of the top acting that you liked, like the theater part of it.
Oh, okay. So there's a difference. There's
Yes.
a difference between theater and then there's a difference between movie.
Mm-hmm.
So now with theater, first of all, we have to make sure you can hear us because
Exactly.
it's the sound and it's not like a movie where we can say cut, take, and redo it over.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you in the movies, you can filter. You can actually make me look like I weigh 120 when I'm actually 280. It's just the dynamics are different.
Yeah.
Whereas with the theater, not only do I have to grab your attention and make you know who the character is, I gotta speak so loud and not make you be like, this play is boring. So theater is a lot harder. And then it depends on what our play is. It could be a play about a family. We could be redoing a play like what was that? I said about maybe it was 2 years ago, might have been 3 years ago. I did a play at the Harold Washington Theater on 47th and King Drive.
Oh, nice.
And it was Ebony Scrooge instead of Ebenezer Scrooge. So we changed characters, same storyline, but just changed characters over to the women, and that was tons of fun.
Is it?
So yeah. You go into it nervous. We practice probably 3 or 4 times a week. Because you have to stand a certain way. For theater for them to see you. You got to be interested for the audience. It's like watching a live TV screen.
Yeah, exactly. But you have that charisma where you grab the attention of your audience all the time and you turn it around where it's like you make them laugh and it's just so eye-catching that you do that. So who taught you that? Who was one of your mentors that you can say that got you into acting and also doing the comedian part of it?
So I will say for me,
Mhm.
I used to watch Carol Burnett all the time. And when I saw her and how they would do the skits, like with Mama and the Family, or she do the cleaning lady, and her crew, Tim Conway and Harvey Korman and Vicki Lawrence, they were so dead on. I just, that fascinated me. So you got to think about it. I'm 5, 6 years old looking at them, do these people and how they would try to not even make each other laugh, which was impossible because they were all great actors and actresses. I fell in love with it then,
Yeah.
and then how she would end it with that, I'm so glad we had this time together, I want to do that, when I get older. And I would do it. It's just a fulfillment thing for me.
Mhm.
So, and then the comedy, it was Saturday Night Live. Again, Gilda Radner. Oh my God, so many good people on Saturday Night Live. Garrett Morris, of course, watching Eddie Murphy when he first came down. He used to do "I'm Gumby, damn it." Just it was just a lot. Just that whole crew that was on, and I believe that might have been early '80s maybe. But then in the '90s, when
Mhm.
I started watching the Wayans and they did In Living Color, oh my gosh! So the entire Wayans family, oh my God, Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx, just all of all of those that were there, especially their sister. I can't think of her name right now, but when she did the nosy neighbor, I ain't the one to tell you, and she put the curlers in her hair. It just made me, and the laughs that we would do, and I liked it so much that back then, uh, I worked for this real estate company, and we worked downtown on Michigan Avenue. So when we would take our lunch breaks or go out, for the evening, to like Walter Payton's bar or Mike Dicker's bar, stuff like that, we would actually reenact what we saw the night before. So,
Really?
yeah, myself and a group of coworkers, because we just, we liked entertainment like that. And it was so hilarious that we'll come back to work, and be like, yeah, remember when they did this. And we'll do Fire Marshal Bill and, Wanda, and we just had a good time. And that's just been, what I've liked for like a long time, since I was a little girl.
Yeah. So what's one of your favorite, I guess you can say, little skits?
Oh, my favorite skit was when Gilda Radner used to do Rosanna Dana Dana. And she put this wig on and have this telephone set, and she'd be like, "This is Rosanna Dana Dana." And I used to be like, she make her voice do that. It's a lot. It's face contortions, voice inflection. I don't know if you ever took speech in college or in high school, but how they would tell you, enunciate and all of that, and then to talk through her nose, and amazing.
Yeah.
Truly, yeah, just wow. I mean, they were the best. They
Yeah.
were and that was like my favorite script between her and the other actress. I don't know if you remember any of these people, because you probably weren't even born then, but there was a lady who had a show called Mary Hartman, and I thought she was so funny. Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. Just slapstick comedy like that. Just the greats. That's all I could say. But that was my favorite. And another one, she still is living today. And I admire her so much. Lily Tomlin.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. She used to do play this operator on the phone. And so I think they used to have her on this show. I don't know if it was Hollywood Squares or what it was, but it was a show back in the day. It would come on Channel 5, I think, or either Channel 7. And she would wear this wig and put this in and wear these glasses, like horn rim glasses. And she would go, one ringy dingy, two ringy dingy, three ringy. And I just said, I love it. I love it.
But
So
yeah, that's your personality though.
yeah,
You
yeah.
always have us laughing. I know when we would go out with Alice, we would have that. Like you would always have us laughing no matter what. It did not matter what it was, but you were always making us laugh. And you still do.
Well, Alice make me laugh, and you know what? When the atmosphere requires, like even in our group that you are blessing with that we have every Fridays, it makes for me, it makes a person more comfortable, and they can let their guard down and relax. You don't have to be so tense. You know what I mean? I just, especially now, 2023, you want to just take a deep
Right.
breath. And sometimes I've had people tell me, I never forget a job I had probably 3 years ago, maybe 3 or 2 years ago. And it was a third party insurance company. And, I always speak, like you said, that's my personality. I'm a morning person and a night person. I know people aren't, but I'm both. I'm morning and night. So when I come in the office, I'm always speaking. Hey, how you doing? You all right? You good? Good morning. And I'll never forget this gentleman. I forgot his name, but we were at a Christmas party. The job has holiday parties.
Mhm.
And we were at a party, and he was like, "Hey T, I want to talk to you." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Because I just want to tell you something. He says, every morning when you come by, with the cart, and he said, "You always speak." He said, "You made me feel something I never felt before." Because people, they would never talk to me. And I was like, "Yeah, I was just saying good morning, buddy." It didn't cost nothing to say good morning. He was like, "I love you." And I was like, "Yeah, no more alcohol for him." Okay.
Right?
But it did feel good to know, that he felt that way. Um, and was excited about the attention. I said, "Well, yeah, that's me every day. It's not going to change, because you mentioned it, but that's just me every day. I'm a greeter, and I'm a good nighter." So.
And a good nighter. Oh, that's good. Yeah, your personality is amazing. And it's just good to always have that personality where you're going to make people laugh, make them comfortable, and be who they are, exactly who they are. You know, that's how you always presented yourself. And I love that. So what else do you want to add to this interview, TBizzle?
Well, I want to add that people need to really, really pay attention to their health. Meeting you, who would ever thought you'd be helping me with my health? I'm like the gentleman who confessed to me, and I'm confessing to you. For you to take that extra care and be like, hey, let's work on some things. We're women out here and we need to watch a couple of things. And I wasn't offended. I was like, hey, okay. I just really appreciate you for that. I think that was like, whoa, that was real touching. I like that. I wish more people had our personalities, but it seems like compassionate is kind of going down. But yeah, I think people should go ahead and get your book, um and just live life. You know what I mean? If it's only been what 3 or 4 years, but hell, I feel like I've been knowing you for 20 years.
Right? Tell me
Just
about it.
your personality. Yeah, because it's an energy thing. I know people don't believe in it, but it really is. It really is energy.
It is.
Um, and Alice, Alice used to rave about you all the time. I used to be like, "Who is this Jeffy?" Yeah, and we would laugh. And then when I met you, I said, "Ugh, you like Alice?" Like so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Alice is a sweetheart. Another person that's a giver, and so compassionate in what she does. Um, I don't know. I thank you for the interview. Thank you so much for having me, taking time out because I know you're busy and oh my God, you're such a hard worker. But yeah, tell more people about your book and about life and just eating well and living well. Then they have the energy you and I get.
Exactly. Well, we're supposed to be helping each other out. That's the way I see it.
Hmm.
Um, the more that we start getting together and teaching each other about our health and what we're here for, basically, and like you said, it's energy, right?
Hmm.
Energy that you give out is what you'll be receiving back, and vice versa. And you have to keep the flow going because if you don't keep the flow going, you know, where's the energy going to be? Stagnant.
Yeah, yeah, that's
So,
true.
so
Because
yeah,
everyone in the group, they're all sweethearts. I mean, for me, I can't speak for everybody else, but to me, you would be surprised on the people that you connect with.
yeah,
When you have, because like I think we were talking about a cookout or something, right? One of the other ladies, her husband's going to grill, and here we're just a vast community of just positive energy, just connecting. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, we worried about you. I didn't think I'd be talking about no AC1 levels and all, no sugar level and all. But you'll be surprised at the connection that you can make out here, in the universe. There's so many good people out here.
yeah.
But they sometimes they be scared to reach out, you know, say, hey, I appreciate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some people are scared to ask for the help, and to get to that point where it's like, okay, can I get some help and achieve some goals, And I think it's all the mindset, basically. It
Hmm.
starts with the mind. It starts where, and I think that's the hardest part. You can do the exercise. There's no problem with doing the exercise. I think it's the mindset of changing the way you eat, drinking more water, doing this, going for your walks, making those small steps, right? Um, what are a few things for you that's helped you out, basically?
Well, I know definitely, and this is no exaggeration. Whenever I drink that shake, and the flavor I have is chocolate,
Mhm.
I'm like a little bunny rabbit. Ding, 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 dong. Whoa. And I don't feel like that when I don't take it. I
Mhm.
know, therefore, in my energy level, um, I'm more sleepy, lethargic, like, oh God, when is the day gonna be over? Yeah, it's so noticeable.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be, but it is. It's very noticeable. Um, and I just need to invest, in the supplements, and like you said, the exercise and the walking. But and it does not taste like old boot from seventh grade. Uh, It really do have a nice flavor. It really do, because a lot of us we get caught up on what something tastes like. And I remember, you might remember this from your mom, or your grandmother, just because it doesn't have this, googly berry sweet bomb taste, that doesn't mean that it isn't good for you.
Yeah. Exactly.
And we're older. I know I'm a whole lot older than you, but uh, as you get older, we need to really look at the value of things, and one of them is what we're putting in our body. When we were younger, sure, we were running and going into the playground and stuff. But it's a different day. Unfortunately, if the kids go out in the playground, they might accidentally get killed. Um, in the schools or whatever. So they're stuck in the house playing on those, switches and the video games. So they're not even able to exercise, and do things healthy, because we were some skinny little wigs, back then we were pimp, but now the kids are even getting obese because they're not moving around.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to do more, and I will be very soon. Like I said, getting the supplements, probably trying to get the shake like on a consistent basis, once a month, having it come on like an automatic, mail come automatically once a month. Because I still notice too, it takes a lot of bloating off of you, and you're also able to, you use your bowels, so to speak. um, and like I said, you just notice the energy increase. Because I noticed when I first bought it, because I took forever to get the milk. But then I finally started making it, and you told me like I didn't need the 2 scoops. I would do like one and a little bit, the other. And it's good. It tastes like if I wanted to, it could taste like a frosty from
Oh,
Wendy's. Yeah. It's just how much ice you put in there and get it all, zzz.
right.
But yeah. I like, and then oh, I think I told you the other thing. You're not as hungry. You're not like, yeah, let me go eat. I get it.
No,
No. It for me, it carbs the appetite a lot.
that's good. So
Yeah.
tell them the good news though that you gave me earlier.
So I went
You
to
have to tell them the good news.
okay,
To
so
show the weight loss.
okay, yeah,
And
so
sorry,
that's all right.
I get
I
too
went
excited. I get too excited with all of you.
up. I went to my nutritionist today, and so I did. I lost 3 pounds. So I'm 297. So
Awesome.
I'm excited about.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And my blood pressure was down. This morning, I mean, sorry, yeah, this morning the reading was like 116/85.
Mhm.
So I'm happy about that.
Mhm.
No 170s, 180s. That scare that I had on Valentine's Day, it was really, really high. And so, we get, like I said, more water, take the product. People just need to know about it. And pay attention, because we can't eat like we used to. Our
No.
bodies are rejecting different things because things are the foods and stuff, they're made a little different now.
So the foods are processed, and
Mm-hmm.
everything that we're eating is being processed. It's not natural. It's not organic, or it's not like you're farming and getting all these nutrients from the farm exactly, and the land's not the same the way it used to be, what, like 50 years ago.
Correct.
The nutrients aren't there. So we always have to do a little bit more of the supplements plus do your organic stuff, especially your grass fed. meats, no antibiotics in your chicken, your eggs, and all that. So I'm a big firm believer on that. And I know that's helped a lot of people, just changing those little steps.
It did. It really does. And like I said, you gotta take time out and think about it. And while we're on the air, I'm gonna bring my rude son on because he knows I'm recording right now. And while he's in the kitchen, I don't know. So Rude, you wanna come on, get on air? Right, that you don't have no manners. Because when his mother does her lives, he don't do that. Yeah, he just loved being rude to me. So tell everybody, I go in there and say hello. Hello.
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Me too. That's him. That's my rude boy. I love him. So I just think if we, like I said, pay attention to some of the product, the food we're eating, not eating, like you said, don't eat all of the processed stuff.
Yeah.
Pay attention to that, will be a little healthier, a little better. Even though it tastes good, junk food do taste good, but that's not what we don't need it.
So I've noticed, and I was testing a couple things out. I would eliminate all the processed food, and then I would incorporate it back into my diet just to see how I would feel. And the taste was like too salty or too sweet. So you can taste the difference after a couple months of just changing it. And
I
it's
was
just
actually that, yeah.
awful.
And what did we have the other night? I said, and we both said it was salty, and we wasn't supposed to have it. We were eating something, and we had. Oh no, that wasn't the other night. But it was. We went out last week, and we had something. Oh, I know what it was. It was 2 weeks ago, and I took my son to work because he was on spring break.
Mhm.
He had got some canes, those chicken strips.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, chicken canes, chicken strips, and fries. And even he said it. He was like, salt. And I was like, boy, I was like, what? I mean, I could only eat, and he loves chicken, chicken, pizza, stuff like that. And for him to say that was even salty. And I was like, did they just dip this in the salt and then put it back? I couldn't, and you right here, right on the tip, it was like I had licked a salt bucket or something.
Yeah,
And
a lot of stuff.
I called them. Yeah, I wrote a letter, on the receipt. And I called them and I said, when you guys first opened, it wasn't like this. It wasn't Salt City. I mean, and the fries just, and I said, this is terrible. I finished it. I can't eat,
Yeah.
and wow, I didn't expect that, but it happened. And I said, this is why they say once you start eating healthy, you have to stay on that path. Because you notice it right away.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
It changes, things change, and your palate changes a lot.
But I
So
didn't it tasted like that.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, look, Jovi, I was like, just like I was
Yeah.
and I said, how much salt is on this? What did they dip this in? Oh yeah, no, this not gonna work. So yeah, and not like I said, not discrediting the restaurant, Kane's restaurant, but I just noticed it. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know how long they've been out. They've probably been out probably as long as you and I've been on each other, 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Baby, no
It is.
more. And then I noticed too, I won't get a headache, but I'll get swelling in my ankles, edema. And just look, I look like an inflatable, tire man or something good. But yeah, I had salt, and I shouldn't have had it. So yeah. Again, the shake it definitely is a curb your appetite and fill you up.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a lot. There's a lot of nutrients. There's a lot of supplements that even Dr. Philip recommends too. So those are the main ones
Yeah.
that everybody needs to have at least your vitamins that
Mm-hmm.
you need to consume and that are bioavailable in your body. So that's the main thing that you want.
Well, I'm doing it. Like I said, when what is this? This is April. April is almost over. When May get here, I want. As a matter of fact, I should ask you now while we're live. Do we have that option to get the shake on a monthly basis?
Oh yeah, it can be. It's
Okay.
an auto ship on there, but you
Oh,
also get a discount for going auto ship. So you'll
okay.
pay like $2-3 less than
Okay.
when you would just order it just by itself.
No, yeah, I like it. I'm ready. I don't want to look like the Michelin tire girl this year. So
You're terrible.
hey, so it's just I know what put on the weight gain. Being excited and being a newlywed and
Right.
you going out to the hey, it's couples night. I mean, it was like couples night every other night. So her and I, eating the sweets. So that's all it was. But we both working on getting, especially her. She's put that down. You can't have that. You can't. And I'll be like, so yeah, we doing a whole lot better.
Oh, that's good. At
Yeah.
least you both are helping each other out. That's the main key. The key.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah. And plus, she made a very important point because she loves me dearly. She said, I don't want to lose my wife, so we got to work on our health. And I said, okay,
Absolutely. That's the main key.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
That's what we doing. I got a little bit of piece of chicken left over there because I was doing something else when I came in that I needed to get done. But she has this air fryer. Matter of fact, we have two. I don't know how we wound up with two air fryers, Mrs. Gadget. Uh, but she fixed some chicken the other night, and I did. I thought it was fried, but I don't eat my fried chicken hard.
Hmm.
People do that like fish and chicken hard. I'm like, no, I only have 12 teeth. I can't bite. But it was fixed in the air fryer, and she used her own herbs.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So she used her Tabitha Brown because my son, he still eats the fried chicken. So I was over there, called myself sneaking. Yeah, and she was like, "It's not what you think it is." Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, Then I ate the three little wings. I was like, "Well, it's delicious, healthy and delicious."
Right.
But unfortunately, I got the skinless thigh. I'm finna eat over there. Boring. But I'm
Just
gonna
do it
eat.
in the air fryer
Yeah,
and
yeah.
go into that cookbook and start looking at some recipes there. So
It's
that would help you out a lot.
right there on the TV
It's
stand. Yeah, open it and use it.
Mhm.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. You are a you. I think you're a catalyst in all of our helps, and I definitely appreciate that because you didn't have to say nothing. You could have been like, I'm just gonna let TBizzle get bigger and bigger until she waddles out.
You're terrible, TBizzle.
But you didn't. You just had that big heart. And Rita too. Well, Rita is such a helper. Oh my God.
Oh, she's a sweetheart. Oh my goodness. She's
So
helped me so much. It's just amazing.
yeah, yeah.
She's yeah. She's the one that did all the editing in the book. So I give
Oh
her all the
my God.
props on that. She
Yeah.
that helped me. Otherwise, mm-mm. Yeah, she's the expert in the editing part. So I'm really blessed in that part.
You
Yeah.
are. Where's the baby? Where's your daughter? Is she napping already too?
Oh no, she's off in college, girl.
I keep forgetting she's older. I'm always putting her down like she's 10 or something. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
She's 20. Going to be 21 this year.
She's 20.
Hmm.
Metamucil, here I come. Jesus. Heck, I didn't know she. Okay. All right. Yeah, you got a grown woman there.
She's grown.
Wow. Okay.
She's all an adult.
Mm, so fortunate. But yeah, I love you, and this is just the beginning, I think, of a lot of new things that are going to be happening for you and for me. Um, and I just want to say to you again, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
Uh,
you for giving me this opportunity to interview you. And
yeah,
you always, how do you say it? You're you're so kind and so helpful, and your kind words just go a whole mile away or far away, girl. I can't even talk.
well,
That's how
yeah.
good it
I
is.
tell the truth though, like the shirt, do it ugly. I just tell it, raw because, like I said, people, uh, you don't have to spend the energy with that person. But when certain people connect, it's like an old song. I think it was a reggae song, a boom bustic. I forgot the rap. You just, if everybody could be more like this, it might be a little more peaceful. But it's so many sensitivities out here. You just don't know, where to
It's
what to
one
do.
step at a time. We
Yeah.
all have to give, um, yeah, we all have to give out. We have to give to other people in order
Mm,
for them to, I think after COVID, a lot of stuff just made people very in their little box and
yeah.
very isolated. And it's just like, you shouldn't be that way.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah.
God doesn't want us to be this way. He wants
He
us
don't.
to
He
start
don't.
each other out, helping other people with their health, even making people laugh. That's the main thing about life. Life is not to be all serious. And that's
Mhm.
my main key. My main key was like, life is not meant to be serious all the time. You have to laugh. You have to laugh at yourself. If you don't laugh at yourself, yeah, no.
Who you gonna laugh at?
Exactly.
And God got a sense of humor, girl. He done made me and you. He got a sense of humor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you just got to think about it. But I was talking to one of my younger girlfriends. She's getting ready to have a baby, her first little girl.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I was telling her how I commended her for meeting a gentleman that's just an outstanding gentleman. His mother-in-law, matter of fact, she's the pastor who married me and my wife, and just an outstanding young couple. They're probably in their late 30s. And they joined together their families, and so now she's gonna have her first little girl. Uh, and I just told her, the energy connected, and we were talking about how we met. I met her. Oh my God, probably 13, maybe a little longer than that, 14, 15 years ago. And it was so funny. And once again, she was a worker, and here I come. I think I might have been a temp at the time,
Okay.
and I'm in, and she was a temp as well, but she had just got crossed over to be accepted full time. And here I come in the door, and because I'm learning, and my personality, hey, what you need? You need help? Good morning. And she said when she first saw me, she was like, "Who is this lady always saying hi? All the time. And she would have a picture of her son on her desk. At that time, he was 2,
Oh wow.
and yeah, now he should be 16 or 17 now.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I used to tell her, oh my God, he's so adorable. And I would, like I said, I would always speak every day. And so then as the time passed on, she was like, oh, he always speaks. He always say hi. And so then we just started having a conversation, and we became friends. And we haven't worked together in probably about 7 or 8 years, but we are very close to this day. And she said she tells her husband, she said, Teresa is just they're always that person that just cheers people up, and makes people feel good about themselves. And she said, now that's a real friend.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, you just saying that because I paid you. No, just kidding. No, but I said, no, that's just me. I said, but it's also the energy that you gave me back.
Yeah.
You know. It wasn't like, because people are, everybody now is, so to speak, like, who are you and what do you want? And I get it, because of society. But we make it through. And I'll never forget this. It was a lady, again, forgive me, I forgot her name. But we worked together with the same gentleman that I just told you that said, man, nobody ever speaks to me. Her and I worked together. I was in the mail room. She was in the billing side. And I would talk to her. And this young lady, unfortunately, even though I would talk to her, it might have been the company had let her go. She was drinking on the job, yeah. And then, we still talk. We still were cordial on social media. And then we hadn't heard from her in a while, and unfortunately, she had committed suicide.
Oh wow! I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and I was mentioning it because she said the same thing. She was like, "You talk to me, and we taking these pictures together." And I was like, "Well, yeah, we got to have some type of fun." You know what I mean? And she trying to get out of the funk, but she just, after she got let go from the job, I think that was like the last straw. So she took her life. So, we just gotta uplift people better,
We do,
Yeah,
because
I
this
understand.
world, we need to at least help the people that need it,
Yeah. I was shocked to hear that, but the post that came up and her family had said, we lost, and so the job had, they had called and that's what had happened. So,
Well, that's sad. And
yeah,
I
let's
know,
get our
hmm well, Karen does a lot of the mental health part of it too.
yes, the lady you
Meditation, yeah. She's helped us out a lot. Um, she does a meditation and the visualization and stuff. And I think that's a big part. Like, a lot of people don't know about it. So you have to, you have to take care of your mental health too.
Mhm,
That's the
mhm.
main. Like, I
Yeah.
never thought of it as mental health. My daughter's the one that's like actually implemented it to me,
Oh,
told me, and so did Karen, because I was like, what's this mental health thing? Like, I didn't understand it and it didn't make sense to me. Because in our culture, like in the Mexican culture, it's like you put that aside. You keep on going, go. You
yeah.
don't
We
have to
we
worry
do
about
that.
that.
Oh yeah, that's we do that. And the African American culture, we always, well, I'm not gonna say always, but we're known for hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about it's not good for men to cry. It's not good for women to complain, about being tired. And we also don't discuss mental illnesses, the different forms of, there might be retardation, autism, COPD, just, it's again so many different elements of mental health. And for the African American family, they don't say not this, leave them alone, hide it, or we've been known to ship a person off, send them down south. They don't, be like, what? That's not helping. Men, if you cry, you're considered weak. Just, it's so many stereotypical things that are not fair, and they need to be taboo, just kicked off to the side, because it's okay to cry,
It is.
and it's okay to express that you're tired.
Mhm.
But I think a lot of that comes from, well, I know a lot of that comes from having to fight back then, with the racism and being scared that you were going to be lynched. So everything was just, I'm tough. You're not going to see me cry. I'm going to hold it in. And you're not going to let me know. I'm not going to let you know I'm depressed and yeah. So
Yeah.
a lot of that. Yeah. It's just certain things. I'm glad we're able to talk and our children can talk. I don't mean disrespectfully, but we can have these moments where we can say, "Hey, I didn't like the fact that you did that, and it made me feel like whoa."
Yeah.
I can say, "I didn't know it made you feel like whoa," and I apologize. And then we can open their forgiving door.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's known, like you said, in the Mexican culture, in the American culture, it's like, no, we're not going to forgive you, and oh my god, no, it's not that serious. So even what's his name? What's the comedian George Lopez? He talked about that. Yeah, on one of his specials. Even about like him being sick. He wasn't gonna mention it, but he did. He shared it. And he's doing much better now. But it is hard for the men to release their feelings because we'll say in a minute, oh, he's soft. Yeah, I mean, what you want him to be?
Yeah. We're all human, It's the way I see it. We're supposed to feel and, express ourselves too. Even though we don't want to sometimes. I know I sometimes don't.
Yeah, okay.
Bad.
We're not superheroes. You gotta let your cape down sometime.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody cries. All of us. Some of these famous celebrities and performers, believe me, they cry too. They might have a couple of more zeros behind their name, but they cry too.
Oh yeah.
They cry. You could be the richest person in the world and still miserable.
Yeah, that's true. But so let's conclude this. I don't want to be depressed.
Yeah, no. No.
No.
And see, that's why I think tonight we have shown everybody that's why you need to take your supplements and be healthy.
Oh yeah,
Because
exactly.
diet can make you depressed, and act incorrectly. So no, eat healthy, eat plenty of fruits so you can get that caca out of you. You drink your water. I'm serious because we are. The more you're congested and you move slow, you think slow, you act slow.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, let's do it. I want to promote the product. I want to laugh. If you don't laugh, at least read a positive affirmation. Get in the mirror and be like, "Oh my God, I am beautiful." Something.
Well, the one thing I always tell everyone, and I say it to all the women, I say you'd have to say, "I love you." Every morning to the mirror, to yourself, every day.
Oh, I like that one. I love you, and I love you, Joey.
I love you too, Teresa. Oh man.
I like that. You got me doing something new tomorrow. Okay.
You have to say it. You have to say it because
Now, mirror part talks back. I'm running, but I am gonna say it.
You always have me laughing.
Well, I know you got to head in, so you got to wrap it up. Thank you for interviewing me.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming on and talking to us and always being cheerful. I love it.
All right, sunshine. You have a good night.
You too. All right. Take
Talk
care.
to you, Jovi. Good night.
Good night. Bye.